Good morning. Welcome to Wake Up Wednesday, or actually, What's Working Wednesday here at Wake Up Real Estate. We appreciate.
Are you muted, or did I just screw up my computer? I can't hear you. Can anybody else hear Josh? Yeah, you're muted. He's muted. I can say anything I want now. Should I sing something?
I don't know what happened.
All right, there you go.
I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
No idea. We've got hump day. Good morning, and good morning from Ernest. Anyway, it's What's Working Wednesday. I'm just going to lead it off by telling you, if you don't use yesterday's Texting Tuesday script, you don't like money, or you don't want to help clients, because hot dog. We got
you offered people money.
Listen,
it
works.
And they replied.
I think I'm losing track. I need to go back and track for sure, but 6 set appointments at least. It might be 8, but it's at least 6.
Can you do me a favor? And I think it's in the spirit of What's Working Now, and everybody else who's watching. Explain how you handle that in the course of your day. Like, how do you handle those replies and organize it all?
Yeah, it is triaging, I guess, for lack of a better term. So it's finding breaks in time, right, of productive time, and doing it. So some of it happened on KV Core on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it happened on the KV Core app on my phone later in the day. What was I doing? I was picking up my son. I had to take my younger son, Cole, somewhere after school. So I was waiting in the pickup line, and I'm just, just going through, literally pulling up the KV Core app. I'm choosing activity, choosing new texts, and just going through them and just continuing the conversations. Ideally, you send out that and you have a block of time where you're at your computer. Maybe you're not dedicated to that, but I think it's great to pair that with not clerical work, but work that doesn't require your 100% full attention, where you could be knocking out. I'm not a huge fan of multitasking and bouncing back and forth, but where you can be working on something and also bouncing over to reply to the replies that come in, because they are going to reply a lot. Depending on how many contacts you have in there, I don't know how many replies we got. I sent out a lot of texts yesterday, several thousand, right? And I got, I don't know, we got 100 replies, including the stops and stuff. So it wasn't I don't know. Anyway, that's how I do it. There's no perfect way. And then this morning, while I'm having a cup of coffee, I'm going back through. Did we miss any? Did any come in overnight? And actually, we did have several come in overnight, one of which I've already turned into another appointment. I'm sorry, two that replied at odd hours that I replied to first thing this morning. And they're now appointments with Maria on our mortgage team as well. One looking for credit direction, but one looking to get pre-approved, ready to go. So that script and several variations, etc., are on the site, wakeup.realestate. If you're watching live, it's just you can see yesterday's replay and then a standalone post when you go to the landing page. And if you're watching after the fact, just go to Swipables. I think that's what.
Yeah, it's under scripts and templates. Let me look here. Scripts and templates. And I don't know, how many deals would you say you do in your practice from just sending Texting Tuesday, like 1 or 2 a month?
Yeah.
It's hard to attribute it, I'm sure, but it's something that if you're not doing it now and you start doing it, you should move the needle. pretty quickly, right?
Exactly. And so I'll give another story. We have a new partner we just brought on, Phil, in Alabama. And we started working his KV Core database last week. He's got a pretty big database, but it's a lot of email only. So he doesn't have a lot of texts or cell phone numbers that we were able to text. And yet, we've already gotten him, I think, 2 buyer consultation appointments from, I don't know, 1,200 people that we can text with or something like that. Not a huge number.
Yeah.
And if you only have a couple hundred, work a couple hundred.
Yeah, I wonder if we've loaded that up into our retargeting campaign as well. I'll have to talk to Mike about that.
Yeah, I don't know that we have that loaded up yet. And so I'll share one other what's working now as an encouragement, right? Because you may be thinking, well, I don't have, I sent out several thousand. Phil's got 1,200. Maybe you only have a couple of hundred, whatever. Jackie, I've shared her success here a couple of times over the last couple of weeks. Jackie got into our Dead Lead Bootcamp 3 weeks ago. She made a list of 60 sort of low-hanging fruit, people that had engaged or had been somewhat interested in doing something. She has now taken and sold, not closed, but taken 2 listings that are now under contract. 4 more that she's taking, including one for 1.1 million, and has, I can't remember if it's 3 or 5 active buyers. She's literally, she calculated it. I think she said 4 million in volume in several weeks. And all she did was she did the work that I outlined in the Dead Lead workshop, the free workshop. And she manually messaged every one of those. She didn't do a big broadcast like we do on Texting Tuesday and stuff. She manually messaged, and all of the communication so far, she has used the what's the one thing script and catered it to whoever the contact was, including, she got really creative, including she messaged 3 attorneys that she has relationship with, contacts in her database, and said, hey, what's the one thing stopping you from sending me some referrals right now? And one of them did. In fact, one of them has sent several of those listings. I think she got 2 of the 3 listings from that one contact, right? Here's another variation. She reached out to a couple of realtors that she knows that have databases also, and said something like, what's the one thing stopping you from getting some referral checks from me right now, or something? It was something like that. And it created a conversation. And she's got, so like, the big picture idea with that very last thing is, when you find something that works, like that, what's the one thing script, use it as many ways as humanly possible. Right? Like yesterday's, need house money in quotes. Like,
that was built into conversion for years, that script, and got a lot of negative feedback from agents and positive feedback that need house money language. But we knew it worked, so you just leverage and model what worked, right? So
I can't understand that negative feedback. I know you explained some of it to me. I can't.
Oh, it just sounds silly and unprofessional. It's the word. The word is unprofessional. Whenever I hear that from somebody, I take them a lot less seriously. That word.
Yawn, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, the person who said it to me last is a good friend of mine, so I hope they're not listening.
Yeah.
Oh well. So let's see. What else you got for what's working now, or should I?
So I can't say that this is what's working now, per se, but I sent I teased this on yesterday's show, so I'll show the email that I sent. Let me pull it up and then I'll share my screen. It is an email sort of teasing 3 off-market Proportunities that I have available right now, that I'm just trying to generate some interest for. And when I say they're off-market, the one they would like to entertain cash offers before putting it on the open market. The other 2 came from one contact in my database, and the conversation, how that came about, was from the "What's the One Thing" script a couple of weeks ago. It was one contact who, her boyfriend, I think it's her boyfriend, I don't think they're married. He's got a property that he's selling. They want to sell it for sale by owner, but they're happy to pay a buyer agent. Okay. Whether I list it or I bring a buyer, commission's the same. And then she also has a 2 unit that she wants to sell. Again, doesn't want to list it, but happy to pay a fee. So this is the email that I sent out. Now, for some reason, it was scheduled to go out this morning, but for some reason, KV Core is saying it went out to 0 people, which explains why I haven't gotten any replies yet. So I'll have to look at what I did wrong there, what happened. But subject line: off-market Proportunities in quotes, for first name, for Ryan. Morning, first name. Right now we have, I said we have 2 when it's 3. Right now we have 2 off-market Proportunities I thought you might want to know about. And then a very brief description of each. Who do you know that might be interested? Notice I didn't say, would you like to buy one of these? Would you like to check it out? Who do you know that might be interested? It might be them, or they may know somebody. Hit reply and let me know, or call or text me directly on my cell at this number. Thanks. And then I threw in a PS just because Ryan and I were having a conversation last night. I don't know what, I don't know. I just figured, well, let's see what happens. PS, tap here to check out a list of all recently price reduced vacant lots and land available here in Central PA.
Just a random seller property list offer. Why not?
Why not? I don't know. It struck my fancy. I figured I'd do it. I don't know why it's saying 0. When I scheduled, it gave me the preview, but it clearly didn't go out. I don't know if I have to schedule it again.
Chris says she thinks it just means it has not gone out yet.
Okay, so it's trying to send and hasn't sent yet, which is we've had that conversation here that's been kind of something that's been happening. Anyway, good call, Chris. I'll be patient, as hard as that is for me. I'll be patient, and we'll see. Maybe I'll have some results on that email tomorrow. Hopefully it goes out at some point. What do you got?
Well, just some things that I've been talking about for the last few weeks, but the company listing catalog, the price per lead on that has been trending down. Like yesterday,
what's really interesting about that?
Yeah.
Is normally it would be the opposite with Facebook.
Yeah. Good point.
And not that it won't eventually maybe trend back up, but I find it really encouraging and interesting that it is trending down and not the other way.
Yeah, yesterday 17 leads at $1.49 a piece. And I just want to show an example conversation. Straight up response to the conversational auto text. I am searching for houses in St. Pete to buy. I mean, it doesn't get any more direct than that. And, so if we spent $25 yesterday to get just that one response, and I didn't look at the others, we're ahead of the game, right? Numbers wise. Because for every 10 of those, one of them's going to be has to turn into a deal. So a few. So that's working well. Just to refresh your memory, guys, it's just a carousel ad with our inventory, just scrolling through. Ernest helped me build this. If you want to reach out to him. Oh, look, there's my house. I just put it back on the market. It's showing up as the first one.
Oh, nice.
That's nice to see. So yeah, it's just a carousel of the latest listings, and it just automatically updates with the latest listings. Maybe that's the reason the price goes down, Josh. The ad can't get stale.
Right.
Even if the same person sees the ad over and over again, they're going to engage with it again because there's new stuff on it. Is kind of the thing. And now that I think about it, it's kind of interesting. If they've already opted into the lead form, I think it won't make them opt in again the next time they come to the site. So it kind of functions. I'm getting a little geeky here, but it kind of functions as a little bit of a retargeting ad for the company that just is always running.
Yeah, and that was, I had brought that up a couple times when we've been talking about this. Like, this could work great as a retargeting ad, right, to keep people coming back, or just a top of funnel, to build the data.
So, like Ernest says, it doesn't make them opt in again, the algorithm itself, like if I click on this once, it's probably going to keep showing it to me because Facebook likes the engagement, I assume. And then it's the company brand just over and over and over again. I mean, think about what that does for our agents as they're in listing appointments and, just the street cred of a company that always have something like this running. So that's one of our what's working nows for my neck of the woods. I have a few others if you want to see them. These are just Facebook ads. I like to go into Facebook's still for me and you, right? It's kind of the best way to go, in my opinion, still. If you're going to pick a traffic source just to kind of fill your top of funnel stuff. So
I had a conversation about Google pay-per-click just this week in the last 24 hours for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, and Google and Facebook. I can show you how our new construction is doing it, the one that's always running. But this ad, I think I ran it after last week's What's Working Now, but 4 special mortgage options for Pinellas County first-time home buyers. You see I bullet pointed out the 4 things, Josh?
Yes,
them in there.
So that definitely caught my eye.
Yeah.
I really like what you did there for sure.
And then I have to ask Andre. Andre, you watching, man? Yeah, he's here. Are you getting any texts? Maybe not. But I threw a little text call to action and it says, click to watch the full video or text FT buyer to this number to start the process today. I'm not sure if we've gotten any of those texts yet, but that's a KV Core text code to give them another way to engage. But it's been like 9 leads. I know for a fact that our mortgage team is talking to at least 1 or 2 of them because I've seen some notes go back and forth and some pre-apps. So guys, this idea of special mortgage options for first-time buyers, we're in what, 5-6 markets with this now, Josh? At this point?
Yeah, at least. Greg in my EXP organization in Greater Cincy area, his is crushing it so far. Not just low cost per lead, but people filling out the longer form and like good info.
Yeah, this is a good funnel.
Yeah.
I'm working on a VA one at your request. I made a free report this morning that I'm working up in Canva about how to build an investment property portfolio with VA loans. Josh, I'm trying to do that one as a PDF instead of a video because it'll be easier for us to just kind of swap out some contact info on the PDF and not have to make a new video every time.
Right.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see
so
how
the thought is it'll send them to a lander that and like an animated thing, like, click here to download your PDF and then also have the survey below like we would do with a video. So it's just replacing, it's just different media.
Yeah.
With the same. Yeah.
Here's the core of this. Now, I've been using AI a little more lately, and I don't like the way most people are using AI. They think it's just a replacement for the human brain. Honestly, they're just like copying and pasting stuff out of there. So I used it. I got the base. I had to go and grab from Googling. I grabbed a few bullet points, and then I kind of have rewritten this. I think that's the right way to do it as an assistant. And I've rewritten this to be pretty unique, and then the call to action at the end is get a list of 2 to 4 unit properties in the area. This is the real estate call to action. And then we'll have our own landing page for the VA loan that they can go to at the end of reading this. Yeah. But I guess getting back to the what's working now is these funnels, these Facebook ads that offer a very specific financing gateway to buying a property that fits your demographic. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
no text. I'm making more work for us here, which is not unusual.
Yeah, stop.
But it occurred to me this morning because I was watching something. We need to make a version of this for self-employed.
Yeah.
So 4 or 3 or 7, whatever, special financing program for self-employed borrowers to buy your first or next home or
I think it's, how business owners can buy their first investment property with no money down or something like that. It's the specificity that's going to help, but we got to figure out the hook.
Yeah. But we already have the content for that essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a piece of cake, and that's, it kind of highlights something that, I don't like to be doom and gloom, but I was watching a National Real Estate Post video this morning, and some of the numbers, I can see why Ryan does get doom and gloomy every once in a while. When you look at housing affordability
Yeah.
It is as bad as it has been in like 30 to 40 years. Housing is not affordable. And yet, properties are still selling, transactions are still happening, and there's still opportunity, right? So it's a matter of like getting through whatever this rough patch is, maximizing whatever opportunity there is in it, and finding new ways to, problem solve and create transactions. So,
and think about who can actually do a deal right now.
Yeah.
Because it's not who it was a few years ago. So, it might be the person who's sitting on a couple $100,000 in equity in their house, and you might need to convince them that now's a good time to cash out that equity and do something with it. Maybe it's buy their first investment property or a vacant lot. We were talking about that. Affluent people, are always on the lookout for some kind of investment that generates a return. So you can take almost any single family home and at the right price justify arrive at an 8 to 12 to 15% annual return.
Yeah.
But you just got to put that in front of people.
Mark says learning how to dance in the rain, 100%, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah.
We could use some rain here. I was going to say it's raining right now, but it's actually not. It's been absolutely beautiful to the point where like the soft field was so hard last night, I couldn't even get the pitch and plate in the ground. Anyway, but it's raining in this analogy, real estate wise.
If it's raining where you are right now, comment and let us know so we get some engagement.
Yeah. That's why I'm looking for a great HELOC program for sellers. Low, I'm beating the drum on this, buddy. We got him.
Yeah, maybe we need
have an all-in-one HELOC where literally their entire mortgage can be a line of credit, and we have great secondary HELOCs. Come on, buddy.
Gosh, we need a video that says turn your current mortgage into a flexible line of credit. We can't. The all-in-one is a little vague, but we need to. It's probably a communication thing around that program.
Yeah, Lo, let's chat, buddy. We got the solutions for you.
Yeah. And then the one I did was really cool. I mean, it was a cash out refi. No income, no. Yeah. So we need a video. Okay, we'll get them. So just another what's working now is just our silly little image of Josh with the down payment assistance program retargeted to our co-marketing partners' leads. And it's just every day. So if you have an old database and you're not retargeting every day, Josh, today we got 4 of those for $4.28 each.
So did you refresh that, or you had paused that for the weekend? Like how I saw those because I got 2 of them for me this morning. Like 2 of the ones that were my. So here's the cool thing with that. The way this is set up for our co-marketing partners is it'll notify you if it's your person that re-opted in. It notifies you that. So I got Ruth and I forget who the other person was this morning that I got it, notified. Hey, so-and-so just.
So we're taking your dormant database, and I know everybody's focused on generating new leads, but your database already, you can recycle those leads with retargeting, and you do it from the financing side. And then all of a sudden, somebody who when they first opted into your ad, they might've been a year or 2 out from buying. Now it's a year later and they're like, yeah, I do need to now I'm ready to buy a house. Now I need to get money. And then they opt into an ad like
since yesterday at this time. I've gotten 3 of those since yesterday at this time, where it says so-and-so just opted into one of our retargeting ads. Check the notes and then reach out.
Yep. And this is just thinking about buying a house sometime soon. Click to watch our video about low down payment mortgage options now. So that's my what's workings. We got some Google ads, social posts that I did with the Midjourney, the fake images yesterday worked okay.
I'm going to throw this out publicly so we don't forget. We might want to try the need the house money as a retargeting. Need house money ? And then it can just be the general start the mortgage.
Let's try it.
Yeah.
We need a funny image for that though. Need house money.
Tom Hanks. Come on, Tom Hanks, money pit.
What's that?
That's it.
All right, let's do this now. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Gotta roll up my sleeves.
You're the one that did the. You've used the Tom Hanks GIF, right? The money pit GIF on something.
Oh, I didn't know what you were talking about. Yes, Tom Hanks, money pit. There we go. All right.
I mean, if nothing else, it's a pattern interrupt.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So for those of you that are just hopping on and wondering about the silence, the idea is this: yesterday's text script, you worked really well. So we're going to turn that into an ad, specifically a retargeting ad, which essentially is the same as the text message, right? Like the text message is essentially remarketing or retargeting people that are already in my database. This is the same idea. It's just on a different channel, quote unquote, right? A different, instead of in their text inbox, this will show up in their Facebook and Instagram feeds. But the principle holds true, or holds to form. Another one I've been thinking about, just I'm bantering while Ryan's got his
kill time because I got to figure this out.
His sleeves rolled up and getting after it here. Is the what's the one thing? And now the trick with that one is, I think for that to work, it has to be a messenger ad, and then you've got to be actively working those. But what made me think of that is my son is almost done with his school year, and I'm putting him to work. I'm going to teach him how to sell, or at least at a minimum how to set appointments, which is the first step in selling. And we may try that as, hey, what's the one thing stopping you from buying whatever, buying your first investment property, buying your first home, buying your next home, buying your dream home, whatever. Let us know in the comments below, or send us a message. Simple as that. And then those all turn into conversation opportunities where if we can overcome the objection or whatever the one thing is, we're good to go.
All right. I was going to try to load this into Canva, but I think for this one, I'm going to just use my screen recording software to record the GIF and then do some edits over it. So this is Screencast-O-Matic, which they've rebranded to ScreenPal.
ScreenPal?
Yeah, that's what they're calling themselves. So I'll turn off all the audio on it, so you're not in there. Okay, well, this is okay, right? I'll just let it repeat. Then we'll do an overlay. We'll do some text. Should I do need house money or just need money? Need money to...
I would do need house money, and house money in parentheses. I mean, it seems to work. I don't unprofessional or not.
Okay, let's do it. Background is going to be... How about that?
I like it.
This will just be the image for the ad, and I might end up with something better. It's kind of hard to do on the spot here. Kind of want to get Tom Hanks's face in there if I can.
This is a good face. By the way, this is I'm just randomly trying to fill. But Mark, did you schedule a time for today? Mark, did you schedule a time for today? If so,
yes.
We're trying to figure out who was that supposed to be with? I don't know.
Well, he scheduled it for the V qualifier offer we're doing, which I thought Mark was already on, kind of on our stuff. Yeah.
You know what? I don't know that he's fully onboarded. So, Mike, if you're tuning in, that might be something for you to dig into with Mark.
Okay. So I have my image here, and then I'll make this the ad. So that was a lot that I made you guys watch, but I can then save this as a video file. I'll save it as an MP4, and then we can.
By the way, we'll give you guys it. Yeah. We'll also let you guys have it if you want it.
We'll put it in the templates. And then let's just, well, should I do this part too?
What's that?
Should I run the ad too? Let's see. I'll do it. So we'll do need money to buy a fixer upper, or to repair or to make repairs at your current house, right?
Sure.
That's your current. And then
I would put the at before need that the emoji with the I don't know, with the tongue that's a money sign or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I had that in my text, and that seemed to. I think it's a good pattern interrupter.
This one?
Yeah.
Or the dollar sign one? Just the dollar
one,
sign.
the one, yeah, that one.
Okay. All right, and then we'll do. What should I do? Like, get money for home repairs.
Sure.
There's a few ways to do this. I'm kind of like slanting it as a refinance and a purchase.
Right. Yeah.
But really, you don't need to. You know, it's easy to overthink it as the advertiser. You just need to hit people's lizard brain real quick and get them to click and be curious. So if I clear this out, I add a video, upload it here. This idea probably needs to be refined. Another thing we need to do is a little bit of FHA 203K and home style renovation loans if those are still around.
And I want to reiterate something here while we're doing this. I know this seems very self-serving because of what we're doing with our mortgage team. Okay, period. And also, we are finding just over and over again that the folks that reply to this are further along the pipeline or further down the funnel. And so whether you use that, whether it's something that you layer on to whatever you're doing, or you even want us to create one of these types of campaigns for your top of funnel, it seems to be the best, most effective way to get what everybody wants, which is the more ready, willing, and able client who's a little bit further in the process. And in some cases, at the same cost per lead as when we're leading with a niche property list. In some cases, not always.
Well, and the advantage of what we're doing is you end up, you can do the follow-up yourself, but you end up getting loan officers who are sitting around the office all day, not out showing properties, chasing these leads down for you. So, so I'm not going to publish this, Josh, because what we need next is a video explaining this that you and I are going to have to make that goes on one of our landing pages as a thank you page. But so we'll pick that up over the next few days. I'm just going to, how do I leave this as a draft? It just stays here as a draft, right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. I don't want to lose it. So
Lo asked, what team member at Nexa do we need to speak to regarding the different types of HELOC programs available? Lo, I think you've already been talking with Jordan, right? Start with Jordan. And Maria has done some of those on our team. I
go straight to Jordan.
Has done some of the all-in-one. So we have several folks have experience with those, but start with Jordan. Jordan's
the he knows everything.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, the other people are good too, but he's kind of the leader when it comes to what the programs can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's kind of what I got.
Yeah, Tech Tip Thursday is tomorrow. I think Ryan's going to play around with some of the AI image generation stuff that he's been tools that he's been playing with, which is fun.
Did you use one of my pooping dogs this morning?
You know what? As is par for the course.
Don't miss tomorrow's episode.
We had a co-marketing consult with Greg, and then my phone rang, and then I was getting some more people replying to yesterday's text message, and one thing leads to another, and I did not get it out.
Don't miss tomorrow's episode. You're going to get pooping dogs, pooping cats, pooping bears.
Yeah, the bear was the one I was going to go with. Let's be honest, because that's just appropriate to where I'm at.
So we're not going to show that. So you guys have a reason to come tomorrow and see what we're talking about.
Yeah, and it'll give us an opportunity to talk about Cocaine Bear, which hasn't come up in a while. I don't know. You can watch it on streaming now. It's not even easy access.
I think today's the first day we haven't done a social post of the day. Should we just leave it? Or do you have a motivation you can leave us with? Did you do any motivation?
I got a motivation. We'll
is it on your Facebook? And we'll leave with that.
It's somewhere. You know what? No, it's not. I forgot to post it. I was a little discombobulated. I couldn't sleep last night. Every once in a while, I can't sleep. 5 words. We rise by lifting others. We rise by lifting others.
Sounds good.
That's another way of putting the Zig Ziglar quote. You can have anything you want in life if you help enough other people get what they want. Right? Same idea, lengthier.
Shameless plugs. Head on over to vqualifier.com. This is kind of the rebranding, us playing marketing tricks with our co-marketing offer you've heard us talk about, but we're refining, systematizing the suite of activities that happen when you come on board with our kind of mortgage team as a partner. vQualifier kind of explains what we do.
Yep.
So, anything else, Josh?
Use yesterday's text script. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help you with, or we can do to help you with anything listed there, or just in general. Use the chat widget, create your free account, subscribe, comment, like, share, smash the bell, all the fun things. And we'll see you tomorrow for Tech Tip Thursday.
Thanks, everybody. Oh, this is a long one.
I know.